Here we go. All right, so here's what we got. This package, I want to say it's 18 inches wide. This is everything I need to do Immoviewer. First thing is, here is my camera. It's the Theta, Ricoh Theta. And here's my Samsung phone, so you can see it's really not that much different than a phone, okay? And it goes in this little handy thing, keeps it clean. Charge holds well. So coming out of the bag right here, this is the tripod. So this tripod, and I got this probably, I want to say 5 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago. And it, because I was part of the NAR Reach team. And so if I take this, what's one little trick is they say if you measure to the lens top, or the center line of the lens off the floor. So this, and I made mine, I have a mark drawn in Sharpie right here. Oops, right there. This is at the 5 foot mark right there. The lens, when I put this on, this is going to end up at the 5 foot mark. So 5 feet above ground. And what that's used for is measurements. So that it's got a regular 1/4 inch fitting that goes in the bottom right here. That 1/4 inch fitting. Just get that tight. This goes back in. Oops, right there. So I'm set up right here. Oh my gosh, my virtual background is on. Let me turn that thing off. There we go. So when I turn this on, the top button, and by the way, you always look down on it to make it level. That's a critical thing right here. There's a little level on the side. You need to be able to get this thing level. So I turn this on, push that button, and now the Theta, you can see the light, it's blinking. So when I pull up my app, this is the Immoviewer app right here, okay? Great. And I just push the plus button to create a new tour. And I'm just gonna give it the name test. Indoor photo. So you have your choice of, let's see if this is gonna work. So you have your choice of indoor photo or outdoor photo. Okay. And I shoot the outside first, and I'll go all the way around the outside. And let's say I'm on the inside. The biggest thing is you pick what floor, and I'll say, okay, I'm on the first floor. And you see that right there. Select the room, and let's just say I'm gonna be in the living room, okay? So I just picked the living room, and you can do custom, you can name that room, but I don't waste a lot of time calling out the room names because I can edit all of these afterwards. So select the image type, and the image type right now, because I was playing around with this, is set to smartphone, but I'm going to go back to Ricoh because that's what I'm using. And you can see that you could also use a Samsung Gear 360, but I'm going to use my Ricoh. And the one other thing is, in my Wi-Fi settings, I have to go back in here and connect. Let's just connect. Here's my Theta, right? Oops, my Theta is right there. It's connecting now to my Theta. It's connected now. So I'm all set up for my first shot. I push this button, and there's a preview screen right here of the room that I'm in. And I never mess with the dial right here. I'll just take the shot. Now I need to be out of the room normally. It's scanning, and you can see the progress bar. It's scanning the room right now, and it's going to be a terrible shot because I'm in it. You would normally be out of the room. When it gets to the halfway point, that goes into preview mode, and it loads it from the Theta camera, the Ricoh camera, into your phone. And the only thing that I look at, and right now I can walk back in the room because I know it's loading preview. So, okay, there's me leaning forward. And what's funny about it is you'll look at it, it's all distorted, but on the real camera, it's, on the real image, it's not distorted. So I would just take this camera and I'm going to step out of the frame for a second. Okay, I just threw it out on my front porch, all right? So, so I hit save. I still get this right here, save panorama, save it, or I can retake it. So sometimes you'll find yourself in the picture in a mirror or something. So I say, do I want to finish the room? And let's see, right there. I'm not going to because I want to add right here on the, right there. I want to tap a hotspot. So I'm going to go and turn this, and I'm going to go right here. I'm going to put a hotspot right next to that porch, and I'm going to say set hotspot, new room, and I'll say outside, and I'll just say outdoors. And I rename those all the time. I'll take that. I'm not even going to wait for this to load. I'm just going to take the shot, let it start shooting. The progress bar is going to go and move along. Once it gets to the halfway point, it's done.
About how long does it take you to shoot a house, Greg?
I would say half hour.
Not bad.
45 minutes. So you can see how long the scan is taking. So each one of those scans takes that long. So right there, it's done. Okay. So now it's going to give me the preview image. Now it's outside. So I'm just going to say save panorama right now. Oops. Okay. So, and I'm going to say I'm done. It says, oh, tap on image right here, tap on image to living room. So I'm going to go back through this window. I'm going to say, all right, there, tap on the image, confirm the hotspot, finish the room. So I got 2 rooms now in this tour. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm just going to say, check, have you photographed every room? That's what that prompt is saying. And the answer is yes, I photographed every room. So now I'm going to go here. Here's my test right there. Test 2. Come on, get in focus right there. And I just hit upload. So now it's going to upload those. It's connecting to Wi-Fi. It's uploading the images. So it's uploading that tour. And I'm going to show you the back end, what happens. And normally there is a, so now we're going to share my screen. Share screen, which number 1? So let's come back to this tour. So what happens right here is, here's a bunch of different tours. The name I can adjust right here at any point. So I'll clean it up and have the real street address post edit. And then, so I click on edit right here. And so this is showing where the, there's a little spot that you see right here. That's in my lens because that camera got blown over one windy day in Mystic.
Oh, no.
So, so what happens here is I can edit this, the viewing angle. Normally this is where I, will tweak the exact orientation. So maybe I'll go and I want to be right here and I hit save. So that sets where it's going to start, where the tour is going to start. And Remember we had that other hotspot? Okay, here's the hotspot. We enter this room. Now I enter into this room. Where do I want that? Again, the viewing angle, I had just set that. So right here, here's me showing you how to do this. I'll say, okay, that's the angle that I want to start with maybe. I have to go here and say edit. Oops, no. Let's see, right there, I got to hit the save button. Okay, so let's say it was going to be right here, save. Okay, so, and here's my hotspot back out to the outdoors.
Okay.
So you kind of get the fact on how you can go around and do this. So now, right in here, if there's certain things that I wanted to blur, you know, if I wanted to, you know, add a blurred area, I can, you know, block out if I catch a license plate or a family photo or something, I can hit, you know, blur that spot out. Limiting view, I don't use a lot, but you know, if I wanted to just make it so that you couldn't rotate all the way around, limiting view is how you do that. And then editing the basics, this is the room name. So this is outdoors, and let's say I want to change this to be front porch. And let's say I want this to be the first room. I do want this to be the first room. So set it as the first room. And then I'll just say exit. I'm done editing the tour. And so now I have two links. I have a generic and a branded. This is the branded one. This will fire. So the branding here is on top left. You've got also, I stuck branding in down here. And
Now the branding that you did at the bottom, that's just something that you added when you did your setup, correct?
yeah, this would be down here in this circle. And I'll go back there for a second.
No, you said that was done because of the tripod.
Yeah, they have a tripod cover. And so what happened when I first got involved with this, let's just see if I've got under my profile. They took away some of the stuff that we used to adjust. And so you now have to, you know, say, hey, here, I want my tripod to be this. Contact info, let's see. Contact options, let's see. This is the contacts. I don't remember how I got that tripod in there in the top left. I think it was an account setup. It was originally an account set, you know, when I was setting up the account, but now it's all done and I don't have to mess around with it.
Sure.
I have to say this, that the statistics is kind of interesting. Let's just take this one. Here is a tour. I don't make any of them be registered users. I let them to be all non-registered. But this house, you know, this house, I can see, you know, people, I can see how long the people have been in here. And let me just find one here's someone that's been in here for 10 minutes, okay? And look at all the rooms that they've been in. I can see how long they were in each room. Kind of a cool thing that they don't talk about during the promotion of this. Hang on, how do we get out of that? Right there, got to hit the X at the bottom right. So I like the stats. And we also can see origin of requests. Where were all these people coming from? Century 21, Ravis, Trulia. Most of the stuff was coming from my own branding at greghanner.realtor. I own that domain. But this particular tour.
Well, it's interesting to see where it comes from.
Yes. And that's not necessarily going to make you sell more houses. It just allows you to know that somebody is really getting some serious interest in it. But here's a pretty one. And some of the basics that I want to just leave you with is this, that when you're creating the tour, you do your shoot, whether you want to start at the top, to start at the bottom. These info points are stuff that you can add an info point. Oh, let me go back here to this test. Let me go back here for 1 second. Go back into edit. So info points are kind of cool where you want to really highlight something. And so the real life example would be right here. Here's an info point. When I hover over this, or if I click on this, it's a 500-gallon in-ground propane tank. Oh, right there, it's popping up. Okay. I even have, in some of these, I'll even have drone shots if I've got them. But these are all different info points that I built into the tour. This floor plan, all of these are different rooms in the house. You know, you can go click on it and go right to that room. This is a lower level rec room. And I think it does a great job. I think that the quality is good enough. And I will put these info points. What's on the other side of the door? Okay, it's an oversized 2-car garage. And I think having those info points to get from, like, here's the front yard. What's beyond here? Okay, I'm back out to the front yard. So all of these info points, I make it so that people can, see and get a real life. Notice I did the right side yard, left side yard to get around. I can get rid of that floor plan right there. So I can get around the house really quickly with with really 3 clicks. That goes back to the front yard. Here's an info point, outdoor shower. Let's see. Oh, I didn't click on the backyard. So you have to be conscious of how you're setting it up to make sure that you can get around easily. But, so go back to here. If I wanted to go in and add info point, okay, right here, this is a Skybell camera doorbell. So it's a Skybell video camera ad. So I just added that info point right there. And then I have to hit exit and it'll save. And now it saves that info point. Finish editing. So I come back to here. If I hit refresh, you'll see that info point should show up there. There it is, Skybell. Nice. And notice here's the obscured thing that I was trying to block.
Yep, that's good.
And so I made this that little symbol I thought was cool. You got to, they'll help you create this. I mean, again, I did that on Canva, came up with something. God, my logo's wrong. Ooh, I got to do an update on that. Look at, you always find something. So I think this gives you a quick look at what Immoviewer is all about, right?
Absolutely. And I really appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Cool. So what I'll do is I'll share a link to this with you, and then you can share it with those who want to try it out. I would say grab one camera right now and see if it's something that the team uses. I think that, I don't know if having it individually branded is really expensive. I think it could just be branded to Signature Properties. You could just have, you don't need the agent's name. You could just say Signature Properties and a phone number. And then,
yeah, so if it's branded to the individual, yeah, because it's basically just a 20% discount per agent.
Yeah, but you don't even need to do it on a per agent deal. You could just go and do it on just one, I think $69 for yourself. And then all the tours get uploaded to the single brand. I'm just saying, I don't think that you need to go and have, it doesn't have, it's saying me as an agent only because that's the way I set it up. I could have it just say Signature Properties.
Sure.
And you could say it's just me as a broker. I'm the only one that's taking the pictures.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I mean, there's nothing that I sign that says that that I'm not sharing my camera or access with somebody.
Right, right.
But if they're only charging you like $300 to have everybody be able to use it,
No, I think it was more than that, but I think it was 20% off of $69 per agent for the broker.
and then you take, how many agents do you have?
We're now 40,
All right. So
but it's on agents used. So if only 20 agents decide to jump on board with it, then you're only charged for the amount of agents.
so 20 times 69 times 0.8 is $1,100.
Right.
I like $69 better. And then you can spend your money elsewhere, right?
Get the same if you get the same effect, right?
Yeah. Well, I think so. I mean, because ultimately, as long as the phone call comes into the brokerage, you can funnel it, you know, send it back to the agent,
Right, right, right.
you know? And if someone wants to step up to the plate and have that, okay, then I don't think $69 is a lot of money.
No, it's not at all.
All right.
Well worth it.
We're done, right?
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
You got it. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye.